Hello. In this video, I'm going to go over how I went from making $24,000 in the United States Army to getting harassed by recruiters for fully remote $150,000 plus cybersecurity jobs. At the end, I'll also go over some really good resources that you can use to help you land a cybersecurity job. If you're getting out of the military, I wish I could tell you it's going to be a great transition. It's going to be a rough transition, and getting a job should be the least of your worries. When you get out of the military, you are going to really just lack a mission and purpose, and that is probably going to be the most difficult part in dealing with different types of civilians. So where should I begin my story? I got out in 2016, so 7 or 8 years ago. I honestly had no idea. I didn't know the difference between private sector or like public sector, contractor, between employee. I didn't understand negotiation or pay or resume building or really any of that. And that slowed down my progress by a lot. When I got out of the United States Army, my first job was the help desk. This was called the simulation technician, but basically I was just the help desk for different types of war games for the United States Air Force, essentially. So I was a DoD contractor. Now that may seem fine and dandy. I got a job, which is what everyone is pushing you for, right? So you can get a job. The thing is that I had military experience, I had a degree, I had certifications, I had technical experience. Yeah, I was still working the help desk. And that is honestly because I had no idea of the opportunities that were available to me. And the people at the transitioning place from when you get out of the military aren't really that helpful. I think they told me to become a truck driver, which is actually just really dangerous. If you have ever seen me drive, it's not good. I was like, why am I doing this? Why am I working a help desk job after I did all of this? You know what I did? I just started spraying my application everywhere. I didn't really care. I just needed a job. I needed to leave. And so I ended up getting a job in Ankara, Turkey. That is an option to you. You can go overseas. I go to Ankara, Turkey, and my role is a network administrator. I thought it was a step up, but when in actuality, I'm doing the same thing, basically. I'm doing break fixes. I'm working with the end user, and then maybe I clear a switch port every once in a while, and things of that sort. But it was essentially the same type of work. Maybe I was responsible for the network a little bit more, but it definitely didn't pay that much more than my last one. And I'm like, I have all of this experience and degrees and certifications, yet I'm still at an early career, low level job. So you know what I did? I just hopped. I left Turkey and I went and I got another job in hopes of broader horizons. I just took really whatever came along. And here my role title was a system administrator, and it did actually pay a little bit more. But what I found was I was doing the same type of work that I had been doing for the last 5 or 6 years, which is break fix, early career, entry-level type of roles. So I'm really trying to get out of these types of roles, but I'm basically stuck in that black hole of like early career IT jobs. I just can't figure out basically how to break out. I do want to add that a lot of people spend their entire careers at this early career type of role where they're just fixing end users' issues and then they never move on. They want to move on, but they're stuck in the black hole of what IT support is. Thankfully though, they had a positioning opened up for a role where I would be doing basically auditing of different systems. And it was technically still a system administrative role, but I would be going through a checklist and ensuring configurations of this item was correct. So this was basically IT auditing. I did this for a while, and I didn't fully realize that this was cybersecurity. Auditing is definitely part of cybersecurity, and it pays way better. And so what I started to think, I can't just jump into the next role or just take whatever comes along, because that has not been working out for me. I have 6 years of experience and I'm still in early career jobs despite my degree, certifications, experience. I'm stuck here. Instead of just hopping to the next role, a recruiter looked at my resume and she was like, it looks like you're still entry level and early career based on your resume. And then it hit me. That is why I am stuck where I am. I'm presenting myself as someone who is working system administrator positions in early career and help desk. I got lots of offers to work at the help desk. And the thing is, recruiters and people aren't going to tell you what to do. They're not going to be like, yeah, you should work in security. I have this great position for you that you would be perfectly qualified for. No, they're going to put you exactly where you tell them to put you based on your presentation and your marketing of your skills. And so basically I was like, I'm working in security right now. I'm working with STIGs, which for the federal government is Security Technical Implementation Guides. Now for different industries, it's all called different. Because you're in the military, you already have DoD domain knowledge. And so it'd actually be super easy for you just to stay within the DoD and just present your skills in a little bit different way. What I did is I rebranded myself as someone who works in cybersecurity because I was someone who worked in cybersecurity. I dealt with sensitive data on a daily basis. I had to go through lots of different security measures just to even get into my workplace. I had to ensure compliance with various rules and regulations. I was doing IT auditing. Basically, I knew that now the next role that I went into could be cybersecurity. Did I just jump onto the first security job that presented an offer to me? Absolutely not. I had been doing this strategy for the last 6 to 7 years. The strategy does not work well. Basically, I had to define the type of role that I wanted and then seek that role out. And it totally worked. I got a job where I could learn a lot because there are a lot of jobs that are dead end and you're only going to be working with a small specific amount of technology. So you really want to avoid those at all costs if you can. So I picked a job that was in charge of the security standards for the entire Department of Defense. And that's where I went to go work. I chose a network security position where I was remediating vulnerabilities on a network that spanned across the entire globe. Now, these are things that people don't do in their entire career. And I knew if I could do this and I could get in on how exactly it operates, I knew I could have a lot of future success. So I took that job, right? I wasn't so much after the pay, I just wanted the experience and I knew it was a step up. Now, I get at this job and then I am just remediating vulnerabilities on a network, on a global infrastructure, and this is an extremely stressful job. If you cause any outages or any of that, everybody is all after you, and I absolutely hated it. Most people here would be like, you should just find a different job. You should just change jobs and get more money. The thing is, it's a mercenary spirit. And I was through with the mercenary spirit as it really didn't serve me. Instead of jumping, the best way to get out of a job you absolutely despise is just to do a really good job. So that way, when a new position opens up in a different area that you may prefer, you can easily ask management to transfer you into that new role. And that is exactly what happened. A new role for web application firewalls came up and I was ecstatic. I got promoted to this position, so I was the lead of this team. And that's only because I did a really good job with that network security position, remediating vulnerabilities, and I really took charge and led that team to reduce vulnerabilities. The lesson here is if you're at your current job and you absolutely hate it, I wouldn't just burn all of your bridges and change positions. I would do a really good job, so if a new position does open, you have no problem asking your manager if you can transfer to that position. And if you are valuable to that company, they will gladly let you go. It's when people just say, I don't like this, and so they just don't work or they don't do a good job, then in that case, your employer is going to be happy when you leave. After that, I stayed there for a solid 2 years doing web application fire things and analyzing logs. A time came when I was getting bored of this. So did I jump ship No, I just asked to be moved to a different place within the company. And because I didn't have a poor work history, they gladly let me move to a different department, in which case I learned all about a whole different field of security. Because I took this job opportunity that I knew had a lot of growth opportunity. I didn't just take any type of job that was basically a dead end, which a lot of jobs are. I took one that I knew had a lot of growth opportunity. So my strategy changed. If I look back upon the last 7 years after I got out of the military, I honestly could have made 6 figures in a cybersecurity job right when I got out of the Army. And that's because you have domain-specific knowledge when you leave the military. One thing you have to remember is every industry within cybersecurity is completely different. If you are in the military, you have DoD domain expertise, and they would prefer to hire you versus someone without that training and background. Biggest tip, brand yourself as someone who works in cybersecurity and use the lingo of the industry that you're in, because you're coming out of the military. That's going to be the Department of Defense. So things like NIST 800-53 is a huge thing within the DoD. Things like risk management framework, huge thing within the DoD, maybe not so much other industries. Every industry within cybersecurity is different, and that is because the sensitivity of their data is different. For instance, in the automotive industry, cybersecurity is really huge, but they use totally different regulations than, say, the Department of Defense. In the medical field, also a really big industry, but because they have different missions and different priorities, they have different regulations and rules that they have to abide by and different tools that they use. And some tips that you can use when you get out of the military. What I wish I had done was I really wish I had joined an agency such as the FBI, the CIA, the NSA, or some type of thing like that that had a mission behind it. Because what you're going to find when you get out into the civilian world is most people are just mercenaries, meaning they only do things for profit. And so if you go work at one of these corporations or even small businesses, you're going to realize their only mission and purpose in life is to make a profit, which can really make you miss the military, even though you probably hated it. Within this industry, the federal space, there's the government jobs. I have gotten offers for several government jobs. There is a special way that you apply to those that is totally different than the private sector. I've also gotten tons of offers for on the contract side, which you can find those jobs at clearancejobs.com. So that is probably the best place to go. There are a lot of private sector companies such as Microsoft and Amazon that do need cleared personnel. These also usually tend to pay a lot higher because you maybe have a security clearance and then they have to keep that up to date, so they'll pay you bonuses for keeping that security clearance. That is also a great way to go. And if you're looking for making a lot of money, I would look at those private sectors versus the federal contractors that you may find. Also, if you are interested, I do have a upskill to cyber program down in the link below, but basically I'll walk you through on how you can land a cybersecurity job, but specifically a cybersecurity job within the federal space, as that is where my expertise lies within. I focus on the strategy behind your career move and not just spraying and praying your resume to 1,000 companies, hoping someone will pick you over someone with IT experience, a degree. Instead, you can craft yourself to be someone who people approach. You can have 6-figure jobs approach you almost on a daily basis. I will see you in the next video. Bye.